Soccer. Hey, I am excited for this season of sevens and nines. I think you guys put in a lot of hard work over the winter, and I'm looking forward to see how that pays off this season. Um, we'll get on into this video here. This was the game against Sporting Springfield. I think there's a lot of good things we can learn from both things we did well and some things that we can improve on. So we'll go ahead and jump into this video. I don't want to keep it too long, so you guys watch it. We're going to start off with Simon. So Simon receives the ball here. A little bit of skill to beat a player. I like how Simon recognizes that he's quickly double teamed. And so he gets his head up and he says, you know what, there's somebody in a better position for me to do something. I'm going to dish this off. In this case, he goes back to Jonas. Jonas receives the ball. Nice touch forward. Beautiful scissors and gets a shot off. Great soccer right there, right? Knowing when to dribble and when to pass. Here we're going to take a look. We talk a lot about putting pressure on the other team, especially in their defensive third. So here is Nick doing exactly that. Look at that, off to the races, putting pressure, forces the mistake, and gives it right back to us. So John comes to scoop the ball up, and here's something that we tend to do, right? We got the ball, last man. There's 3 red shirts around us, and sometimes we want to just go ahead and give it a go, dribble through. And that can put us in a tricky spot, right? So we need to be able to get our heads up and see where is another option, especially when it's a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1, because we have to have open players on the field at that point. So here we're going to take a look again. I love how we pressure the defense and force mistakes, and you're going to see it time and time again. It does work. So Nick is going to put on the pressure. He's going to go to this guy, put him on pressure. He's actually going to win the ball there, right? It's pressure. We are marked up. Aiden is marked. John is marked. He has nowhere to go, so he's going to have to go backwards, which is perfect. Nick continues his pressure, and unlucky with the handball, but that is what we want to see. Well done, Nick. Good pressure. So here we're going to see another example. So Simon, there in the box here, he is going to put some pressure. He's going to win the ball. And instead of trying to dribble past 1 or 2 red shirts, he's going to get his head up and see that Nick in the box here is making the run forward. And he's going to find Nick's feet. So look at this. Beautiful example of all of a sudden we're at half field. Instead of trying to dribble out of the back, John got his head up, saw Jake, tried to get it out there. Didn't quite work out. Here's a nice example of defense. So Mac is highlighted in the box. And I want you to notice he is goal side. He's in great position. He is touch tight now and putting pressure, not diving in, waiting for the right moment, wins the ball. Perfect defense. If we can do that all the time, we don't give up many goals. Here's Drew. Another good example, putting on the pressure. They don't know what to do. They're just going to kick. He finds a player, but John is there, ready to put pressure. And watch what happens, boys. When we put pressure on the other team, we force mistakes, right? We force them back. Here we didn't have anybody to pressure, and so he was able to find feet. But as soon as we pressure, look at that. They turn it over. Almost a really good opportunity. John scoops it up and gets a shot off and gets us a corner. Well done. You can see what that pressure does. We don't like being under pressure. Neither does anybody else, right? Here's a really nice example. We have a throw-in. A lot of times when we get throw-ins, we tend to stand still like a tree instead of checking in and out of space. So here's a nice example. Jake makes that run into space, almost gets a really nice cross off, but goes out for a corner, which is still a good thing. So on these corner kicks, I like how we're set up. We want these corner kicks delivered outside, kind of that penalty area about waist high, right? That's kind of the ideal spot we want to hit. Jake does just that and finds Simon. Look at that. Karate Kid, crane kick, bicycle kick, finds the goal. That is just a fantastic corner kick. So good. We'll watch it again here. Again, we're set up nicely. Hits the penalty area. Simon is there. What a goal. Simon didn't break a sweat. Well done. So here we'll take a look at Grayson's in good position. He's going to get goal side, touch tight, steps in, wins the ball, hits a little fake, and a wonderful shot just inches away from going in. Why we got to take our opportunities, right? Take those shots. Here's going to be a nice example. Grayson, instead of trying to dribble past these two red players, one touch to Jake. Jake's able to hit a really nice L turn here, beat one, beat two, beat three, gets his head up, finds John. John with the cheeky little pass back to Jake, and Jake just one touch too much from getting a nice shot off, but you can see what happens when we move the ball. Here, Aiden, I like this, steps in. We never want to play soccer with the ball in the air. We're going to bring it down. Aiden's going to hit a nice little touch to the side into space, and look at this, gets his head up. What a cross. What a cross. Well done. Gets his head up quickly, finds the open man. Creates a goal-scoring opportunity. Well done. Aiden again. Look at this. Explosive out of the back. Beats him with a little touch to the side. He's going to explode into that space and take it. Nobody on him. No pressure. So he's going to take the space, hit a double scissors, blow past this guy. And look, he's got players off to his right, off to his left. He finds Jake. Jake hits it with the wrong part of the boot. But again, another goal-scoring opportunity because we get our heads up. We find the open man, right? Well done. This right here is a Premier League level goal. So there's a little build-up here, and it's going to start right now. You see Jake shooting out to the sideline. He's making this field big. We talk about making the field wide, using the space. Even though all the action is happening on the complete opposite end of the field, you see Jake's holding steady here, arms up. Look at this. We got both teams. The entire team is over on that side of the field, yet we are holding our position. We are spreading the field. We are being patient and waiting for the ball to come out to us. This is interesting here. So you'll see we're going to keep trying. We're going to hit our head down. We're going to try to dribble through some red shirts. We're going to keep it on that side of the field. Again, we're going to try to keep it on that side of the field, not really getting anywhere until Aiden gets the ball. IQ's through the roof here. Soccer IQ's through the roof. Aiden wins it, gets his head up. Look at that through ball. Perfect. One touch cross from Jake with a nice finish from Drew. Hey, that is a Premier League level goal. They don't get any better than that. Everybody was in the right place, getting their heads up. Jake here receiving a ball. And so a few things about this, right? I tell you guys, hey, we have to know when to do skill. We have to know when to get our head up and pass. This is fine. Jake is beating players, beat 1, 2, moving forward, beat 3. But at this point, has to make a decision, right? There's people in better spots than him. And so we need to be able to get our head up, make that decision, and find open feet before we turn it over and create a counterattack opportunity for the other team. Here is kind of similar situation. A lot of times we like just dribbling into the crowd. So, there's 1, 2 red shirts around us. We keep trying to push our way through. Right there, it's pretty crowded. Can we get our head up a little quicker and find the open man out wide? You see that Simon's out there waiting for it. Nice little Cruyff. The ball bobbles out and makes its way out to Simon anyway, out wide. But we got to see if we can get our heads up and find those open opportunities because you'll see that it does create goals just like that last play. So here, this great John, look at this pressure, right? High pressure, causes the mistake. He's on a breakaway, almost scores a goal. The high pressure works. Nobody likes to be pressured, especially when they're back in their own defense. Here's a nice little example of a throw in. We are all marked up touch tight. He has nowhere to go. He's just going to have to dump it in. And we scoop it up. Grayson, instead of trying to dribble out of the back, look at that. One touch pass. And now we're countering, right? So Grayson got his head up, finds Simon. Within seconds, we're on our own touch line to the top of their 18. A nice little bit of skill. And again, finds Jonas. We move the ball around, and we get a shot on goal. So here, again, you can see we're dribbling into pressure. There's, they're doing a good job of putting us under pressure. We got to be able to get our heads up and find the open man, especially when there's 2 or 3 of them on us. Here we're going to have a free kick opportunity. Jonas is going to be taking this free kick. Take a look at the box there. John has his hand up. He says, I want the ball. Jonas puts this on a dime, and John almost gets the cheeky Premier League goal there. Nick is there to scoop it up. Look at this. Dribbling through tight spaces and finishing in the back of the net. That is Thursday night one-on-one soccer. Dribbling in tight spaces and finishing. Well done, Nick. Great goal. So here, I want to point out what it means right there. In that box, Aiden is marked up. He is goal side. He is touch tight. You will see the difference when we do this. He is putting this guy under pressure. He has nowhere to go. Makes a mistake. Aiden wins the ball. Explosive out of the back. All of a sudden, it's Aiden versus 4. And so Aiden has a number of options, right? Center, left. And gets his head up. Look at this. Aiden switches the field on him. Look at that. It's wide open here. He creates a nice one-on-one opportunity for Nick. Exactly what we want to see. Switching the field. Nick gets the cross. Aiden gets it back and dings the post. So good things happen, right, when we knock the ball around. And sometimes it comes right back to us for goal-scoring opportunities like it did for Aiden. Here's a nice example of when to be skillful, when to pass, and when to do both, right? So here Jake receives the ball, gets pressured, nice quick skill for open up some space and time, and immediately gets the ball to Drew. Drew sees he's under pressure, finds Simon out wide. Simon's going to hit a little bit of skill, try to get the cross, doesn't find anybody. You can see that he does have Mac back there, and he's going to try to get it. Almost does. And again, a dangerous place, top of the 18 to be taking a shot. So well done. Here we go. Talk about wall ball. That's wall ball right there. Wall ball will strengthen your shot, right? Get in those boxes, hammer those shots. You can bet Grayson's probably spending some time working on his shot, and that's why we can score goals from half field like that. Well done, Gray. So here we go on a nice corner kick opportunity. I like John on the right there. He is just ready to go, dialed in. He's going to read this ball, put them under pressure. What should have been a save gets popped out because John's pressure, and Drew with a nice finish. Well done, boys. So here's another example, right? Sometimes, like I said, we get our head down. We just want to dribble. And then we start dribbling past 1 and then 2. And then we lose the ball in a dangerous part of the field. Fortunately, Jonas is able to recover and win the ball back. Does a nice little skill and says, hey, there's an open person. Finds Simon's feet. Look at this. All of a sudden, we're on a counterattack, right? Double scissors, beats the guy. And now John has opportunities to his right and his left. So well done. We're using the field well. John gets fouled. They don't call it. Play continues. Now here's a lesson in defense, right? So we get countered. You can see how much space we are giving them, right? When we give the other team space and time, they're going to be able to find their feet. So here, there we go. Space and time, he finds feet. Space and time, he finds feet. That is what these teams practice, is they practice passing. So if we give them the time, they're going to make it work, just like this, right? But once we start putting them under pressure, there we go. We start causing mistakes. That is the difference. That's why we got to put them under pressure. Again, same thing. So here we go, 3-on-2, but we're giving them too much space, right? So when they have time to think, they're going to make things happen. See, they're knocking it between themselves. That's what they do. We cannot give that kind of space and time. Nice little bit of defense. They get a shot off. But you can see the difference. When we pressure them, we force mistakes every single time. When we give them even a little bit of space, they're good enough teams and players that they're going to find their open teammates. So here again, defensively, we're just giving them a little bit too much space and time. And they're going to be able to knock it around. So here it is. We get caught ball chasing, find their open man, and we give up goals. So hopefully you guys can see the difference there between pressuring, marking up touch tight, and what happens when we don't. All right, hey boys, I hope you enjoyed this one. More to come. Please spend time, watch this once, twice, learn from it, and let's see if we can apply it to the next game. See you guys soon.